Right then.
Awesome.
Let's go, go, go. Not
Go,
be
go,
too
go,
long.
go.
Go, go, go.
Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
As you can tell from our t-shirts, today we're doing the Pokemon Go book tag because we are really addicted to this app. We play it a lot. We went to Nottingham to meet with our uni friends and we spent all day just hunting Pokemon. It was amazing. This app is great, and we saw this tag over at Vanessa's channel, Paper Fairy. We'll leave her link down below, and we thought it was really good.
There are 15 questions, and as there are two of us, we've got quite a lot to get through, so we're just going to jump straight in.
Question 1 is starter Pokemon. What book started your love of reading?
We both don't actually have a book for this because they're really old. Mine is a series called Seahorses by Tamora Pierce, I think. And I love these books. I can literally imagine the setting so clear in my head, and I forgot her name, but the main character and Joel, her friend, I love these books.
My answer for this is Roald Dahl or Jacqueline Wilson, both these authors, I think at different stages of my life, but I loved all their books. They were just amazing, so much fun, and I remember just flying through them, and they were really like the only books as a kid that I just like flew through and just really found easy to read and really enjoyed. And I didn't want to say Harry Potter because that's very stereotypical, and I don't think that was until I was about 10, and these books definitely came before then.
Question 2 is Pikachu, an iconic classic that you'll always love.
My answer for this is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, because this is definitely an iconic classic. Everyone knows the Peter Pan story, it's really famous, and I just love this story to bits. It has its flaws with the actual written book, it's quite dark in places people don't expect, but I just love it. I love this whole world and the characters, and it's a great book.
I pick The Perk of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky because I just really enjoy this read. I think I've read it like maybe once or twice, but I think every time I come back to this book I'm going to love it as much as the first time I read it.
Question 3 is Zubat, a book you lost interest in because it's everywhere.
I don't actually have a book for this, but I chose like the entire of the Percy Jackson series. I never really liked the films, and as much as I love Logan Lerman, like everyone's like, the Lost Olympian, the Heroes of Olympus. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I totally agree with that answer as well. Actually, I have the first book and I'm just like, I like the films.
Fantasy, it looks great, but I just don't care because everyone just loves it so much. I'm just like, I probably won't now. I just feel so set against it.
There's so many books as well that it's kind of like, I don't want to read a 12-book series.
It's true.
It's all kiddie as well.
Truth.
But my actual answer to this, apart from Amy's, is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, because I do still want to read this, and my interest has slowly come back recently because the hype has died a bit. But I was like, thought this book looked amazing, and then I bought it, and then everyone was like, it's so good, Illuminae is my favourite book, and I'm just like, oh, shut up. And I hate people's joy apparently, but I've just kind of gone off reading this because of everyone's hype and everyone talking about it, which is bad, but hopefully I will read this soon because it's actually been like, I've been wanting to read it again recently, so fingers crossed. Question 4 is Ditto, a book that reminds you of countless others but that you love anyway. My answer for this is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins, because a lot of people say this isn't as good as Anna, it's not as good as Lola, but I thought it was great because I haven't read a romance for ages, and it's just like every other romance. It's over dramatic, it's set in all the most beautiful places in the world it could be, and they're just really cheesy, but I loved it. I thought it was great. I chose Winger by Andrew Smith because it's just got your general themes of kid at boarding school as an outcast becomes the not outcast, and like the themes of like LGBT and just like the boarding schoolness, and I absolutely adore it still though. I think it's one of the better written ones, so I would recommend this even though it's pretty much like everything else. Question 5 is Snorlax, a book that you have yet to start because of its sheer size. I chose the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon because I really want to read these. Laura bought me for my birthday the first one, and I just can't do it because it's just so heavy, and Laura just says it's like a Bible, and it really is. I'm going to absolutely love it, but I just can't bring myself to pick it up. I feel like you can all guess what my answer for this is because I hark on about this book over and over again. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I said I was going to read it in 2016. I said I was going to take it on holiday. I said I was going to read it this summer. There's a month after summer. It's not on my TBR because I'm scared. I don't want to. It's so big. And it's literally my dream book. Like I was just saying to Amy, if I had a list of things I wanted a book, this has pretty much all of them. but I'm just all scared, so I'm not going to. And the next one's like 1,000 pages long, and I just can't deal.
Question 6 is Gengar, a book that kept you up all night.
My answer for this is actually Twilight and New Moon by Stephanie Perkins. I don't have those books anymore because I got rid of them because I was all like, I'm too old for this now, I hate this series. And now I kind of wish I kept them because that was a big part of my tween years. And I was so like obsessed with the ending of Twilight when James was coming. I was like, oh my god, this is so tense and exciting. I had to get New Moon immediately after. Then New Moon, I was like, this is so tense and exciting, he's going to kill himself. Oh, it was great. I was like, I just couldn't sleep because I had to read these books. I haven't had that feeling for quite a while actually because I'm a lazy student and I get in bed and I fall asleep and I don't get up for another 12 hours. So I haven't had that feeling for a while.
I chose I'm the Messenger by Marcus Zuzak because I remember in my first year of uni getting comfy in bed and reading this and staying up to about 2 in the morning because I couldn't put it down. It's so fast paced and just like psychological and just cute, and I really like this book.
7 is Nidoking / Nidoqueen, your favourite bookish OTP.
Mine is I don't actually have the book for it, but it's Mark and Kieran from Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I absolutely love these men and I ship them and I want more of them and they want more of each other, and I'm gonna absolutely adore the rest of the series. Fingers crossed they're in it. Please.
I don't have too many bookish OTPs, so I'm going with Hazel Grace and Augustus Waters from The Fault in Our Stars because this is a couple I just adore. They were perfect for each other and their romance was just so well done in this book, and I will just always ship them because they're amazing. Question 8 is Rapidash, a fire fast hot paced read. I can't remember. Question 8 is Rapidash. Rapidash.
Calm down, Rapidash.
Question 8 is Rapidash.
I was thinking you were going to say Rapidash. Rapidash, fire fast. I'm sorry to break the system, but I'm going to have to read out number 8 because Laura keeps saying fire fast. Question 8 is Rapidash, a fire hot, fast-paced read. I picked We Were Liars by E. Lockhart because even though I remember not loving this book as much as I thought I was going to, because the twist, that is the famous twist, I was like, it wasn't as twisty as I wanted it to be. I was like, that was a bit of an over-the-top twist. But I enjoyed it still. It was a really good book, but it was just so quick all the way through. I was like, what's the twist? What's the twist? And then I was like, oh. But still, it was fire fast.
My fire fast hot paced read is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson because this book was just so addictive. I don't know what made me pick it up, but I just loved it so much. I don't read many thrillers, but when I do, I really, really like them. And this had a really, really good twist I didn't see coming because I was so sure I cracked the twist and I was like, oh, OMG, I'm crazy. This was just really, really good and just, I read it so quickly.
Question 9 is Eevee.
Do that again. Spoilers.
Question 9 is Eevee, a series that you'll never get tired of seeing spin-offs from.
We have the same answer for this, and that is Cassandra Clare because she can just do no harm. Just everything she writes is great. It doesn't matter that she's got like 3 series, planning a 4th one. It's just all fabulous. We love them all instruments. Question 10 is Magikarp, a book / series that was surprisingly awesome.
Again, we have a joint answer for this. It's the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahira Mafi. Laura read this and loved it, and I was just like, I'm not gonna like it. And I read Shatter Me and thought, nah, it's alright, but I don't particularly like Warner. And then by like Ignite Me, I was like, oh, it was just so surprising. Question 11 is Legendary Pokemon. Name a series or a book that's overhyped but you're still excited to read it.
My answer for this one is A Court of Thorns and Roses, the Akatar. I don't know what the series is called, but the other series by Sarah J Maas, all about Fae and stuff. I really wasn't that bothered about this series. I bought the first book anyway, but now all the hype of the second book has just made me really excited to get into this series, and I think I'll really enjoy it.
And the series that I'm really excited to read still is A Dark Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Laura's just met her and Maddie and B, and that was really sweet. And I didn't go because I haven't read this book yet, but I am super excited to read it. And even though it's overhyped by Laura and Leia from Gems of Autumn, I'm still excited to read it. Like, it's not overhyped generally, it's just overhyped in my little YouTube bubble. But I still really want to read it. It sounds really good, and so does Vicious.
Question 12 is Mew / Mewtwo, a collector's edition of a book that you really wish you had.
I had to Google this one because nothing really popped to mind straight away, and I looked at all my YA and there's not really an edition, so I looked at more of my favourite classics, and I really liked The Lighthouse by Virginia Woolf. And it turns out that you can actually buy one of her first prints of it. Yeah, it's £1,000. Oh, it's £1,600 for a first print of Virginia Woolf's The Lighthouse, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it would be really sweet to have. Obviously wouldn't read it, I'll just have it. But then obviously what's really the point? So I probably would never get this.
I've got a kind of similar answer in that I would love any signed book by J.K. Rowling, any Harry Potter book signed by her, or a first edition of like the first 3, which are kind of rare. That would be amazing as well. But also there's this like £150 collector's edition of the Philosopher's Stone. I think they're going to do one for every book, and it's all gold and purple, and I'll put a picture here. It's gorgeous. Katrina, a little book owl, got it for her like 21st birthday. She did a whole video about it, so I'll leave that down below too. But that looks really pretty, but it's a bit excessive.
Question 13 is Pokéegg, a debut author that you're very excited for a new novel coming out soon.
We both really struggle with this question because it's kind of hard to know about a debut author because you've never read them before, and it's kind of difficult to know that like look forward to one. So we're going to say Carrie Hope Fletcher because she does have All I Know Now, but this is her debut novel, and obviously her book on the other side. We're going to get the copy when we go meet her in September, so we're really excited about that. And yeah, that's like a debut fiction book that I'm really excited for. Question 14 is Law Modules, an auto by author.
I picked John Green obviously first, and then Laura's like, I've just got a list that I'm going to reel off. So if I'm saying this, it's John Green, Michael Grant, like Sandra Clare, Andrew Smith, those ones.
Yeah, my list is John Green as well, David Levithan, V.E. Schwab, J.K. Rowling, Cassandra Clare, just any of those. Even if I don't like the sound of the book, I'll buy it because I just love those guys.
I love those guys.
I love those guys.
Question 15 and the last question is Service Down, a book that you've been waiting on forever.
For this one, I'm just going to have to say John Green's new book, whatever it's going to be, whenever it's going to come out, I need it. It's the only real like anticipated book because The Cursed Child is out now. Another book series, it's like I want them, but not as much as I need John Green's new book. I hope it's not too many years away.
It's been 4 years.
Hopefully it's not too many years, but I just need it now.
I chose The Fever Code by James Dashner for this because I have wanted a prequel to know what happens with James.
That's not his name.
What's his
James
name?
Dashner.
What's his name? Tom.
Joseph.
I just want to know what happens with Tom before the flare, and I just really hope it's as good as the first one. I really like this series, promise.
That's it for the Pokemon Go book tag. We hope you enjoyed it. We might tag some people down below, or we might forget. But either way, if you really like Pokemon Go and like this tag, then feel free, you are tagged, because this was a lot of fun. And now we're going to go catch more Pokemon probably.
So we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.